Here we are with personal evolution against the professor. Should be interesting. This hand is kind of sketchy, but I'm going to try it. We're just going to go right ahead and slam down that Gila and take a dollar. So this is going to say something about what he's willing to accept in terms of risks. Will he just go straight for that? Starting off with 3 brain damage potentially, or will he say, 1 agenda is not that much, I'll just leave it. Professor is getting to be pretty good now. I mean, when it came out, he was pretty terrible. But now you can have, Keyhole, Medium, Sneak Door. There's quite a bit you can include that's making it worth your while to go over Kate. Still not as good as Kate, but definitely closing that gap. And there we go. Keyhole is going to start rampaging. That's not really a big deal for us because we have 2 Jacksons in hand. That should hopefully let us get to the point where we can, find ice. We have 10 ice right now, which is not a ton, but, it's something. He wants his 3 points right now, and who can blame him? So, Dice Ring says we're going to bid 1. And he bids 0, obviously avoiding paying anything. You can just keep trying. And he'll probably go in again. No, he's going to scavenge it. Okay. Well, that's a pup. That is exactly what we want right now. Let's crack this tequila before anything bad happens to it. We need this Jackson on the table. And let's get money. So that pup was exactly what we needed. That's going to let us not just lose the Keyhole. Yeah, gonna rescue that obviously. I don't want him to have even a 1 in 3 chance at that. So this Gila now has basically no value to us. I'm gonna see a new card. Yagura, that's good. And we'll just pump Gila. We'll probably Gila most turns for here on out until we've got something else to do. Like next turn I'll probably put the Yagura down in Gila again. Gonna need some economy to keep going through this. If he hits something, I might have to instead put the 2nd Jackson down. Jackson has gone away. That's a shame. Lot better than him hitting an agenda and taking it. So let's put the Yagura out. Am I feeling lucky in terms of my R&D? Feeling kind of lucky. I'm going to pump Gila. So the question is, will he run it or not run it? If he's not going to run it, I can put the Ronin out. But there's not that much advantage to it because I can't actually follow it up with a kill, even if he'd let me get away with it. So this Chimera is probably not going to do that much. It's mainly against Siphon, which he can't have, so I'm just going to put out snare and see if he takes the bait. He might figure his hand is pretty bad right now and just say, screw it, I'm going to go into that. I'm curious what he has for economy. If he wanted to have Opus, then now his memory is just full and he can't have Opus. He's going to dump his hand on me. Okay. Luckily I have Gila, so I don't mind spending 4 for the snare. And I think he's seen me play this deck before, so he will not keep the tag from the snare. He knows I've got Scorch in here. Hitting Deus Ex and a test run, that's good for us. Deus Ex is probably the most annoying card in his deck. Yeah, gets rid of the tag, as well he should. So Future Perfect comes out, not super pleased about that. Like, I could try to Mushin Future Perfect, which is a really high variance strategy. I think I'd rather just throw it into my archives with this Jackson. There's a good chance he will check this. He's been checking my stuff. He wants to get rid of Jackson, this is what he wants to do. So there's a good chance he'll bite that. And just keep on using Gila. If I can Gila enough early, then he just will not be able to do anything about it. And eventually I can just stop taking money and start spamming a lot of remotes at once. So the Hokusai, that's one change from the original list that Chris Hinkes made from New York. These are here instead of the Zaibatsus. So if there's no exposed, these are much stronger. Good against Keyhole, because if they're keyholing, they will not be able to trash it, because they're not accessing cards. Second Ronin, okay. I feel like he won't bite that. I'm gonna draw so I can get rid of my Future Perfect. Okay, this is actually reasonable. I'm going to... just put this out and throw the Future Perfect away. He might run the Jackson now, which would be wise, otherwise I'll just keep drawing with it. Sometimes icing Jackson can keep him alive for longer than you'd think. I'm gonna test run Opus. Alright, so he's an Opus-based strategy here. If he has Scavenge, he's gonna be in good shape. If he doesn't, then that's quite sad. That's quite sad. So at this point, I'm going to try the Ronin. I don't think that he will check it because he's going to put his Opus down, get money, that sort of thing. If I put an advancement on it, hard to say. This will let me punish him if he puts the Opus down and just gets money. Question now is to try to go double Ronin or not double Ronin. Tough call, really. You might get spooked if there's 2 Ronins out. In which case I should, you know, use one of these to be a trap. I'm going to try the overwriter. We'll see what happens. We have portfolios from the worst case. We're getting $1 of each remote work that we put down. Though money will not be our main problem in this game. Our main problem will be if we just get Keyhole locked. We'll be quite sad. I'm going to keep these Uguras until I know what he has. Oh, he's biting. Yes. Just couldn't resist in case it was 2 Ronins. And now he will take 3 brain, and that's probably going to be game. So by not running the first one, he got himself into a spot where the second one almost had to be run. Or just, you know, pray. So he guessed, and he guessed wrong, and he's probably dead at this stage in the game. No, he's going to check this one too, which is pretty fair. So he's still in this until we get 3 EMPs, which we do have in this list. Like, we both know that any Ronin is going to kill him. So if I put 1 token, he's probably... No, let's try to just get him with the late field. He runs, he's got, you know, Corroder in there, he's got SMC, he's got Atman. But Deus Ex. So actually he can still live if he gets the Deus Ex at the appropriate time. Let's put Future Perfect back. Probably Ronin's good. And of course, Dead or Jackson. He gave us a few too many cards with that. We got a few extra actions. He's in a place where he almost has to run this because Ronin gets him. You might draw in case of not Overrider, but Junebug. And he may just pray that it's not a Ronin because he's already seen 1 Ronin go away. Okay, he's coming to R&D, where this Yagura will probably get... Oh no, what will he do? Doesn't have memory for SMC. Doesn't have a Parasite. Could trash the Fairy in order to get like a... Probably a Parasite would be the best. Or like a Yogg would be good too. Atman 0 is also fine, given how many zeros I have. So he's not clone shipping his Atman. I'll leave the Scorcher on top. You can see it, but it's not going to matter. Yeah, I think he should have got this Atman at 0. So if he's accessing... Oh, okay. Yep, he is. Bonk. This is pretty desperate. Like, Fetal kills him right away. I think he's given up at this stage, which, you know, is reasonable. To win now, he has to keyhole future perfects or 2-pointers a lot. And then survive taking them all. So at this point, installing the Jackson is really good. It lets us, you know, not worry about keyhole really at all. Put the snare, and then we'll portfolio for 7 remotes, making 6 in profit. That should do us for the rest of the game. I guess he wants the clone ship for Deus Ex. Yeah, okay, so there's another Atman at 0. So now he has to do a regular run, which will, you know, it's quite hazardous. And he's still paying $2 to get through each of those ice. Tunk. Come on in. He seems to have miscounted and what? Oh, okay, he did want the keyhole. So he's just taking the damage like a champ. Yeah, it's really a little lucky that I got my Jackson again. I mean, I could have iced Archives. Why don't... Try to drive this Ronin through. See if he wants to bite on it. He will bite on it, and this Yagura will just cost him 2, which is okay. So that's the right call by him for sure. Doesn't want to have to use Deus Ex and trash something he's got that's good. This is good. Yeah, that'll go nicely on the R&D. And I don't want to show my Jackson. I'll advance that just in case. People sometimes get antsy. But it's a little obvious because I could have, you know, advance, shoot with it if it was a Ronin. So I think he can be smart enough to not run that. get some cash. So he's got 23 cards left, so he's not running out anytime soon. And he may even have levy. Keyhole, Eli's gonna say no. He's gonna get his Croter. Or I'm in 4. Pretty good as well. Yeah. He won't be able to get through. He'll take a net damage, I guess. And I can look, I imagine. Yeah. No, that's fine. I'm gonna sting him here, and I'm gonna sting him here. And he'll trash something. And he whiffs. That's good. We're only running 12 agendas, so there is a reasonable chance that any single run won't make it through. So what we need to kill him is... House of Knives is pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. Could have drawn again, but I don't really need to. Next turn, I'll try to score out whatever he doesn't run on. Ideally, the knives can harass him here. No, that's fair. He just needs money. 4 is enough for me to run, so I'm gonna just crack this. What I could do is try to save it and hit him with like 2 agendas and an EMP at once. His clone ship is gone, so Deus Ex is now not happening. And he runs the Gila. Okay. If I shot him, he might have jacked out. Probably would have been worth doing. One thing I'm pretty bad for is if they run there's no ice, I'm like, go right ahead, but gotta think about those knives. Future Perfect's a little awkward because I don't really want it, but... Okay, finally got one of my EMPs. Put, I mean, I'm paying a lot for this, but I need him to not get many runs. After I save, presumably like 7 points, with that third Jackson, he has to keyhole some more, so it will definitely add up. Well, that's a snare. Wow. His luck has kind of turned around. He had some pretty good runs earlier, and now this is going to go quite badly for him. So I should have won the game right there. If I had used House of Knives, he would have died, obviously. I'm just pretty bad at remembering that House of Knives is over there. I need to fingers off the keyboard so I can not press it so fast. There's the Scorch, which, you know, he's playing around quite well. Just get money. He's not running HQ ever, which I don't really agree with. You can often trash traps from HQ if you do take a look in there. So he's already messed up, and I messed up too, so he didn't win. But we're still in pretty good shape. Yes, here he goes. Mind games. The house would not have helped there at all. Ring says 2. So it's going to get rid of his hand. Nothing we really cared about. Is that one card? If I could draw an EMP, I could kill him. I don't. So that's fine. We're going to try to get knives out again. If we get 2 knives, he's pretty unable to run. Can't score it next turn though because he can then check this overrider for free. So here he comes with Keyhole. We're going to do pop. He's going to pay probably 8 to get in here. Letting me look for $1. Overrider on top. That's cool. He's down to 13 hit points, so this is kind of where you can just start hitting it with any damage you have. I'm sure if he had Levy in his hand, he would have played it. So Fetal's now in there. There's now 7 points in the archives, and 5 more of my hand. We're getting down there in the deck. We really are. Another Hokusai. Putting it in archives means he has to run there and hit it. I don't know. That play I'm not sure about. He's going to archives. Accessing. Jackson makes you sad. So, future perfect, fetal, and fetal. Yeah, he's so painstakingly got rid of. He will get nothing for his pains. Those knives were unnecessary, really. Because he's just discarding a card anyway. This just means he didn't get to pick. It's down to 10, so I might just deck him now. Yeah, I think I'll stop trying to burst kill him and I'll just attrition him out. How are we doing for scorches? Well, there's 1, 2 snares, so this is probably not going to do anything. The Agura might do something. It costs him to get through. So I'm going to throw away the Scorch. Yeah. If he has Levy, I'll be quite impressed. Kind of dragging it out a little bit. Playing quite safe. Out of these two... He says, oh my god. Yep. I do have 3 House of Knives loaded. My EMPs are on the bottom, I guess, which is a little bit unlucky. Gonna get a lot of money. So his plan to win is, I guess, Keyhole a bunch. I think I'll just score out. If I go to 4, I can just score this Gila for this. Or if I go to 6, I can score the Gila. Doing nothing. Crack that and double advance the fetal. If he wants to take it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 net damage. He wants to die rich. Yeah, he's done and he knows it. So we're kind of getting a little close. We used all 3 Jacksons and we still have 10 cards left in our stack. Or do we only use 2 Jacksons? Don't remember now. As a clone chip, he could YOLO into this. I don't know how he plans to win. Like, if I were him... Can't really run anywhere. But, like, he's hoping that's points, basically. Let's go to 5. Chuck the Ronin since it's trashable. And next turn we win the game. So Keyhole isn't a massive problem. Like, yeah, it's a good card. But if we get Jacksons, then it stops a lot. Let's crack the Hokuzai. Shoot him. He's clone shipping the Deus Ex. Does that keep him alive? Knives. Knives. Stabby, stabby, stabby. Now he can prevent the 2, but he can't steal it. Yeah, there was nothing he could do there. If I'd scored the fetal first, he could have run the other one. Yeah, he's just eating it. 1 card left in the stack. So there you have it. Deus Ex can't save you. Mwahaha.